everyone, it's Alessia hi, I'm Monica. I got a lot of comments about that. I personally don't see it that much. Maybe a little bit in the nose or something, but let me know if you think I do look like Alessia Cara, because I got a lot of comments saying that. But I don't know. So for today's video, I'm talking about movies. But today I thought we might do something a little bit more fun, and that is pairing movies with each zodiac sign. So we all know each zodiac sign has these characteristics and traits. I thought it would be really fun to go through each zodiac sign and then recommend a movie for each of them. Okay, so let's get started. First, I'm gonna start with Aries. Aries are known to be independent. They will never be doing something just because everyone else is doing it. But once they are doing something, they do it 100% to the max. They put all of their passion to it. They are extremely competitive. They love a contest. They love to be number one. They are ambitious, and like I said before, they put all of their efforts and their passion into the task that they're doing. And for that reason, the movie that I recommend for Aries is Whiplash. Whiplash is, first of all, one of my favorite movies of all time. I love that movie so much. I especially love the editing a lot in that movie. So Whiplash is about a guy who is in this school for music and he wants to be a drummer. But the thing is, this school, especially the band that he's trying to get into, is extremely competitive. He basically lives, breathes, eats, and just thinks about the drums. This movie has honestly some of the best acting I've seen. Like I said, it's one of my favorite movies, and when I read Aries' traits and characteristics, I instantly thought of Whiplash. So there you go, Aries, go watch Whiplash. If you still haven't watched Whiplash, please do so. It's an excellent movie. Okay, so let's move on to Taurus. Taurus people enjoy anything that is luxurious and enchanting. They love to be pampered, and they love just the good things in life, you know? They are always looking for the pleasures in life, but they can also be a little bit stubborn. They also care a lot about relationships and, most of all, honesty. So the movie that I thought for Taurus is Marie Antoinette by Sofia Coppola. Sofia Coppola is a director that I really love. I love her style. I love the art direction in her movies, and Marie Antoinette, even though I don't think it's one of her best movies, it's a really stunning film. It looks beautiful, and the production design is just top notch. So Marie Antoinette is played by Kristen Dunst, and she obviously lives in this life of luxury, and she is pampered all the time. I think a Taurus might enjoy that lifestyle. Like I said, it's a really beautiful film, and oh my gosh, Luna, bájate, cha-cha. So I was saying, it's a really beautiful film, but what I also love about it is that even though it's a period film, it does feel very modern. It's like a perfect it's like the perfect combination. Like I said, it's not my favorite of Sofia Coppola's films, but I do think it fits with Taurus's personality. Okay, so next is Gemini. So Gemini are known to have two different sides of them, and they can blend in really easily into any environment because of that. They can look on the bright side of things as well as being realistic. They analyze very well, and that's why they can adapt to certain situations. Based on this, the perfect movie that I could think of for Gemini is Parasite. If you haven't been paying any attention, then maybe you don't know what Parasite is, but I'm pretty sure everyone knows. Parasite, the best film of 2019, the winner of the Best Picture at the Academy Awards, and just a movie that completely took the world by surprise. So Parasite is about a lower class family who successfully infiltrate the house and the lives of a higher class family. They are able to adapt basically two different lives, and they completely fool the rich family into, you know, letting them stay in the house, letting them work for their family. If you guys watched my video about my favorite films of 2019, you would know that this is my favorite movie of 2019. It's a movie that is just so incredibly smart and original. It's the perfect combination of comedy and suspense. It's honestly a hit. ¿Qué pasa, muchacha? Oh my god. And I feel like everyone in that family is a Gemini. Okay, so next is Cancer. Cancers are usually very emotional. They have a lot of feelings, and because they have a lot of feelings, they often tend to guard those feelings because they don't want to get hurt. They can often fall in love very quickly, get attached very quickly to people, and that's something that they struggle with because of their emotions. They feel everything fully with their hearts, they are criers, and they're just not afraid to let all of those emotions out. For that reason, I thought of going with a romantic movie, and one of my favorite romantic movies is Before Sunrise. I also thought of Brooklyn, starring Saoirse Ronan. Before Sunrise is about a girl and a guy who meet in a train in Europe. They are both going to different places. They start talking on the train, they get along really well, and they decide to spend the whole day together. They get off on the same stop, and the whole movie is just that one day. But then they are faced with a problem, which is that he has to leave the next day. But it's very romantic, and the cool thing is that it has 2 other sequels that follow the same couple years later. And then Brooklyn is about a girl played by Saoirse Ronan who is from Ireland, and she moves to New York, but she is faced with falling in love, with finding a job, with being a foreigner, and it's a very sweet movie. It was actually nominated for an Academy Award years ago, and she was nominated for it too. Both movies are great. I think Cancers will love them. Okay, next is Leo. Woo! Leos are the dramatic type. They love to be in the spotlight. They love to be the center of attention. They're not a type to be like fake humble. They know when to praise themselves. They are very good at making friends and being social. They have a lot of passion, and they love to basically celebrate themselves. The movie that I chose is I, Tonya. If you guys don't know the story of Tonya Harding, she was accused of basically end her competition's career so that she can win. In the movie, we know that these events aren't necessarily 100% black and white how the media perceives them. But the reason I chose this movie for Leo is because Tonya Harding, apart from all of those hardships, in the movie she's someone who was very passionate. When she did the triple axel, that was just monumental. Even though she was hit with this huge scandal, she is basically known for that. I feel like she's still, at least how she was portrayed in the movie, she was very resilient. Even if it was good or bad, she was always in the spotlight. Okay, now let's move on to Virgo. Virgos are perfectionists, and they are not afraid to keep practicing, to keep trying to improve their skills, and they are always looking for that picture perfect life and picture perfect version of themselves. Virgos can sometimes seem very shy at first, but they become close to you once you earn their trust. I think the perfect movie for a Virgo is Black Swan. Okay, so Black Swan is a masterpiece of a movie. I completely love that movie so much. It might be a little bit disturbing at times. There's especially a scene that I cannot watch. It involves her nails. Cannot watch that. So Natalie Portman plays Nina, a ballerina who is cast in The Swan Lake. She is someone who definitely wishes to be this picture perfect person. This desire to be perfect completely drives her insane to the point of not even knowing what is reality and what is all in her head. This movie is just amazing, and if you still haven't watched it, please do so. It's by Darren Aronofsky. I think it really fits Virgos because of the perfectionism aspect of it. Next is Libra. Libras try to have that balance in their life in every single aspect. Basically, they strive for harmony. This does not mean that they don't have inner struggles. Even though they might appear to the outside that they are very put together, they might have inner struggles as well, especially struggles that relate to their identity and who they are as a person. For this reason, I chose a movie called Joy. I'm sorry for the light is changing so much because it's really cloudy outside, and I think it's gonna rain actually. So Joy is a movie that stars Jennifer Lawrence. By the way, where's Jennifer Lawrence? What is she doing? I haven't seen her in a while. Joy is about a woman who is an inventor, and she comes up with this mop. It's a very innovative mop. The mop really takes off, but of course she struggles a lot on the inside with her family, with her kids. I really enjoyed this movie. I don't think it got a lot of hype, but it's a movie that I really truly enjoyed. Okay, next is Scorpio. Scorpios do not like when people are not being genuine or authentic. They can easily tell when someone is being fake, and they will not put up with that, which is why sometimes it might seem like Scorpios are intimidating. Even though Scorpios may seem tough, they are also very in tune with their feelings and with their emotions, but are very selective on when to show them and who to show. Because of this reason, they can seem very mysterious and enigmatic. I thought a good movie for Scorpios would be Gone Girl. I think that Amy from Gone Girl is probably a Scorpio. Gone Girl is a mystery drama of this woman who runs away, she's missing. Her husband is looking for her while also being accused of her disappearance. As the movie goes on, you get to find out new things about the couple, about Amy, and it just leaves you questioning more and more every time. I think it's a fantastic movie. It's directed by David Fincher. Okay, let's move on with Sagittarius. Sagittarius have a really great humor. They can laugh at themselves, they can laugh at others, they know when to have a good time, and they definitely love adventure, and they're just always very optimistic and want to have fun. I think the perfect movie for a Sagittarius is Lion. If you're gonna watch it, prepare to cry, because I did a lot. Lion is about this guy who was adopted when he was a little kid, and he wants to find out what really happened to him, what really happened to his parents, what really happened especially to his brother who he got separated from. We see the story of him when he was little, traveling across India, lost, not knowing where he is, not knowing where his family is, and we see him as an adult trying to make sense of everything and trying to really go to the bottom of his life and what happened. This movie is just heartbreaking, but I really like the sense of adventure, his willingness to try to go out and find his family, even if it means, doing it by himself. I do think that journey aspect of the movie would be a great fit for Sagittarius. Okay, next is Capricorn. Capricorns are very determined, very focused individuals, but they are also known to not take themselves too seriously. They are very optimistic and youthful, and they can be a bit of a troublemaker as well. Even if they are serious in some situations, they also love to play around, and they just have a charming and playful personality. I think a perfect movie for Capricorns would be Fantastic Mr. Fox. Fantastic Mr. Fox is a movie by It's a movie by Wes Anderson, and it's an animated stop-motion movie. I love Wes Anderson movies because the humor in them, I love them because of a lot of reasons, but specifically the humor in Wes Anderson movies, I feel like it's very unique. It's very, very dry, it's very, very awkward, but it still comes across really funny, at least to me. And I love that in this animated movie, we can still see that humor come across, even if it's, stop motion. The color palette is gorgeous. And yeah, I think this movie would go really well with Capricorn's playful and youthful personality. Okay, next is Aquarius. Aquarius are super unique, very individualistic. They are also very intrigued by the future and what the future will bring to humans. They would love to see the world become a better place, and they are very concerned about others and always want to help others. And I think the perfect fit for them would be a sci-fi movie. Ex Machina is about this guy who wins a contest to go to this huge businessman's house where he is actually building AIs, and there he meets this AI who he has a lot of interactions with. What I love the most about it is that it's really, really simple. It has like 3 or 4 characters during the whole movie. It doesn't really have a lot of locations. It's just in this one house. I love how simple it is, but also how complex it is with the topics that it's dealing with. I feel like it really fits Aquarius' interest in the humankind and what the world might become. Yeah. And we have reached the final sign, Pisces. Pisces are often controlled by their emotions, and this can lead to them not knowing when to differentiate reality from those emotions. They have a huge imagination, which can result in this fantasy world that they can create for themselves, while also always remembering to stay with their feet on earth and stay grounded. They often know how to differentiate right from wrong, and they also have this really good intuition and gut feeling towards things. I think a perfect movie for Pisces would be Spirited Away, which is probably my #1 movie, my favorite movie of all time. If you've been following me for a long time, you know this about me. I love Studio Ghibli, and Spirited Away has spoken to me in ways that no other movie has. And I think it's a really good representation of, being in this fantasy world that can become your reality, but remembering to stay grounded and not to lose yourself in this fantasy. The main character, Chihiro, she stumbles across this strange place that she soon learns is a spirit world. She has to remember her name or else she will never be able to come back. I think this is a perfect way of describing a Pisces. Spirited Away is my favorite movie, and if you still haven't watched it, you don't have to be a Pisces to watch it. Every other sign, please go watch it if you still haven't. I think all of Studio Ghibli movies are now on Netflix outside of the US. Ow. But for people who are in the US, I know that they will add them to HBO Max. I don't know, I'm gonna have to get HBO Max now. Let me know if you agree with my picks. I'm not an astrology expert. I just kind of went off by the descriptions that I read for each sign, and then I just thought of movies that I like. So please let me know if you agree with the movies that I chose, or if you have better options, if you have better recommendations for each zodiac sign. Please let me know, because I feel like that would be so interesting if you guys do your own recommendations for each sign. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all of the support in my last video, my last Saoirse Ronan video. I really appreciate it, and it's amazing that people like a skit that I came up with. If you like this video, please give me a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.